Alright, here we have another game in Jaguar, and we have pretty good players on both sides, and this game kind of epitomizes my experience with this tank. At the start, I'm thinking to climb that hill because I realized that I never was up there, and it's not a bad spot because I could use those buildings to hide my lower glacis plate and effectively go hull down and snipe across the bridge, and at the same time I could use this hill to engage tanks spotted by our mediums. So I'm just curious what I could make of this position. Our team is pushing that flank, which is good, but I noticed that they also have some tanks on that side, and I'm trying to protect my mediums, at least make their lives a bit better and give them time to escape. So look at this. I just damaged his tracks. I mean, that was a huge shell, and all it did is it damaged those tracks. I mean, the Russian armor is it's just crazy. But anyways, our team is pushing that flank, and I'm trying to fend them off. Now hit shell goes in, I'm angling, and yeah, I bounced that round, so that was good engagement. There is a bit of collision with T-62A. I would be much more happy if T-62A would be less aggressive and if it would be protecting me. Now that's another miss. I don't know. It was kind of snapshot, but the distance was not that great, so I don't know how I could miss that one. So I'm still trying to engage these tanks, and we have 2 versus 3, but I know that the rest of the team is pushing the flank, so I'm trying to defend here. And I have medium by my side, so I can feel safe. That's another miss from the close range. Just kind of disappointing. I don't like what our T-62A is doing here. He's too aggressive. He should be going back. And that's just outrageous. I mean, that's the 3rd shell which was unable to penetrate. And I don't know. Now, I'm still not sure if I could help that tank, but I realized that our T-62A would go down pretty soon, so I'm falling back to the buildings because mediums would go after me. And look at the pattern. If you are on the sliver of the health, you don't go like this, you snipe. No, this won't work. But now T-62A sees the opening and he tries to cycle me. I mean, at this point, he should be disengaging because it's clear that I have support. Other tanks are helping me. He just received a big hit on the butt, and he's still trying to code me. That's just pathetic. That's not how you should be doing this. And look what our grill would be doing. He's blocking T-62A, and that's the signage of the good player. Like, he has no armor, but he was doing just the right thing, just stopping that medium so we could focus fire on him. And this was squarely a mistake of the T-62A driver. He should be disengaging. There is no way he could win against several tanks firing in him. There is just no space to do cycle of death, and even if other mediums would come to help, the space is pretty tight, so you can't code effectively. You take a couple of shots, you realize that no, the situation is too tight, and you disengage, and he was unable to disengage. He tries to blame the team, but again, it was his fault. And now that's another problem with Jaguar. I have big alpha shot. I'm falling back because I realized that I'm not in a position to do well here in the open. I was able to place one shot, but in return E50M was able to place 2 shells in me, and this kind of negates my advantage of big alpha strike, because I mean the resulting damage is the same. But that medium tank has mobility, and I'm not. I'm supposed to survive by using my armor well. I'm supposed to be able to bounce at least one shell, but no. But anyways, look what happens now. I'm clearly trying to survive and defend against their offense. We have 1 minute left on the clock, so we should do something very quickly, but we are still trying to be cautious, and I'm angling against 2 tanks because I don't want E50M to rush the grill, and I also want to bounce the shell from STI because I know that he would come. That was a very good bounce, so it was definitely hit shell, and this is a very, very lucky shot. Finally it worked. Finally it was able to connect that shell, and of course we have very good player on grill, and he would be able to finish E50M. So that's how Jagro rolls, and I'm still trying to learn this tank. Hopefully I'll have better games next time. Good luck and see you on the battlefield.